give UNLV credit. Well-coached team, plays extremely hard from start to finish. They play with a lot of toughness. They didn't back down 1 minute, nor did we expect them to. They made some really tough shots down the stretch. I looked at the fact that, looking from how the game was going, when we made a run, they came back and made a three. When we got to stop, they came back and made another three. It shows a lot about their mental toughness down the stretch. So I'm impressed with how our team was able to deal with a team that competes as hard as UNLV on the offensive glass, making tough shots, drives to the basket, being physical, but still able to keep our composure, do a really good job of just playing through Hunter, making the right play. At times, we did make mistakes, but that's a part of it. We'll get better. I trust we will.
Coach, congratulations on the win. How does this impact your team moving forward? You get into a game, you obviously been in town, been able to practice here, but you have the strange circumstances surrounding this, right? The late start, not exactly something you guys are used to, and then coming off, of course, a tough loss on Tuesday night. How does this win kind of propel you guys moving forward?
Well, first of all, we start with no excuses, and yes, we understood that we play a late game at 9:30, and then the game goes into overtime. And back where we're coming from on the East Coast, it was a 3-hour time difference. But my why for coming a day early was to try to basically not feel so rushed by arriving yesterday and then with the time change, having that jet lag. But I love how our guys rebounded from a tough loss in Seattle against Seton Hall. I was about to say Seattle because I'm thinking about the Michigan plays Seton Hall in Seattle. But anyway, getting back to how like a trip like this brings the team together during a tough loss, and like I explained to our guys, by being on the road. Now we get a chance to really grow as a team. If we're at home after a game, everyone goes to their apartments or dorms, and you come back to practice. You have film session, you have weight room, you have your practice, but are you really having time to spend with one another, talking, communicating? And with today's youth, there's a lot of cell phones can be distractions. So when you come back home, typically everyone's in their cell phone and not much communication happening. But now, you're away from a lot of those distractions that back in Ann Arbor's. So we're here in the hotel, and some of them have roommates, and then we have breakfast together, we have lunch together, we have dinner together, we ride the bus together. This is the time where a team becomes that brotherhood, that family that we talk about with our culture, and we get a chance to know and be forced to communicate and talk to one another. So I love a tournament like this at this time of the year, because I think this is where the growth starts. And tonight was a big day, an evening of growth.
Musa played one of his best games. Where has he grown the most in the last couple of weeks?
Well, as a freshman, coming straight out of high school, and basketball on the collegiate level was a little bit faster, more physical, a lot of moving parts, a new system, a lot of different things I ask that you probably never done before. And I see each and every game he's getting better and better with his confidence, as well as getting adjusted to the style of what is being asked of him and his role. And it's challenging when you're the marquee guy in your high school team and McDonald's All-American. Now you have to sacrifice, and I think our freshmen are learning about what sacrifice truly means.
Coach, you got one more here in Las Vegas on Sunday, right over here, against Arizona. Have you seen them play? Have you looked at any tape? And what are you expecting when you play them on Sunday?
Well, honestly, I was just like our players. I was peeking in on the game as well, and it looked like an exciting matchup, and another game that kept going back and forth. And yes, it went into overtime. But I was so locked into UNLV tonight I'll get a chance to peek in on Arizona before I go to bed, and then tomorrow game prep begins.
You talked about the travel for your guys and your team. Talk about the travel from the fans being here tonight and the support. How good did it feel to basically have the crowd on your side as if it was a home game tonight?
Michigan stand up. That's exactly what happens. You know, Michigan, we travel well, and you know, it's beautiful to see. You know, the amazing blue in the building and the energy. They understood that we were playing in Lions Den, where UNLV was more like a home game for them. But I trust that, you know, with our fan base, they always going to find ways to come out and support the team, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Coach, you know what it's like to be a successful NBA player. What are your thoughts on Bryce Hamilton, and do you believe he'll have that opportunity?
I really don't know. I can't, you know, predict exactly what his future looks like. I just got a chance to witness tonight, and then also watching film. The kid is talented, and he's a competitor, and hopefully he stays healthy like they all do, and let's see where the chips fall at the end, where they fall.
One more.
Kind of off topic, but I was curious, are you guys going with the casual look all season, and is that a Big Ten thing, or something you guys like to do, pullovers?
Well, I can tell you this, tomorrow will be, not tomorrow, I'm sorry, Sunday will be casual.
Are you planning to all season though? I mean, it seems like a lot of coaches are keeping what y'all were doing during COVID last year, going all casual.
Yeah, I just know on Sunday we'll be casual, because I didn't pack a suit. Those two men back there, man, I was looking at you guys, man, you look good, brother.
That's funny.
You've been my inspiration for a long time, so.
Thank you.
I didn't pack a suit.
Right.
When you talk about coming together on trips like this, for your younger guys, you know, how much are you kind of able to take about how they respond to a 36-hour turnaround, right? Installing a game plan and stuff like that, especially the freshmen. Like, how much do you kind of read into how they respond in those tight turnarounds?
Yeah, it's, you know, it's challenging to, be able to sit back and see how to adjust with all this that's happening with the quick turnaround, traveling to Las Vegas, and you have your friends and family now able to come out and visit and see you, and folks that want to take photos with you. And NIL is a part of that process too. And what I've witnessed with our young guys, but the team in general, is that they're growing up in front of my eyes, because they're all aware of that this is a business trip, and we're taking one game at a time. While we're here, with all that's happening in the casinos and the hotel, that's not what we're here for. But we'll have time for that when the time permits. But each day is a learning day, and as I watch them grow and continue to keep communicating, what's the main thing being the main thing, they have embraced it, and I haven't seen any type of resistance at all. I'm impressed with their families and how they, of course, have handled it as well. They understand that the time that they are available, if there's a free lunch, then they can see the family. But I'm not trying to micromanage them, but I'm also, as their father, because I am a father of 17, that I protect them.